Hello, I'm Julia, and today I'm going to be doing the Bookish Newbie tag. I was tagged to do this by the first chapter, who commented on my very first video that I posted this year saying that I should do this tag, and I just wanted to thank him for being so welcoming and making me feel like I had a place, and I think that really pushed me to want to do more videos, so thank you. Alright, let's get started. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I really wanted to be a part of the community. I think it's a lot of really great people who are very encouraging, and I wanted to be a part of it. Everyone looks so cool and like they're having so much fun. Also, books are really cool, and talking about books is really cool, and making videos, talking around the cameras, and then where else would you post that but YouTube and then Booktube, you know? That's just how it kind of works, and books. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? So I'm currently at college studying English, and I think that it's going to be really cool to see how the discussion topics in my classes pertain to things that everyone in the demographic that watches Booktube would be interested in. I think being able to pull topics from those classes would be really interesting, and seeing how I'm able to develop them into videos. I'm not entirely sure how this will go, but I can definitely see a lot of potential in that area of my life, so we'll see. Question 3. What are you most excited for about this channel? I'm probably the most excited for making friends, and then also just for being able to be creative and thoughtful when making new content and videos that I think my viewers and I will enjoy. Question 4. Why do you love to read? That's like asking me why I love to eat. Like, if I didn't read, I would die. I actually get in really bad moods when I don't read a lot, which is just weird. I think that it's somewhere to go when life isn't thought-provoking enough, when you need some more sustenance in your life other than the mundane day-to-day, but then also it's somewhere to go when life is making you think too hard about things that you don't want to think about. Also, stories aren't just stories, they're art. Like, going to an art gallery or watching a movie might be someone else's version of taking in art, but for me it's taking in literature and the written word, and that's how I like to develop my own sense of reality and my own art, is through stories and books, and I think that's really important to me personally. Question 5. What book series got you into reading? Well, I've always loved reading. My mom started reading to us at birth, so we basically never really got a chance to do anything but read. Despite this, however, what really made me love reading and reading books that I never had read before and never really been into was Percy Jackson. Honestly, I love this series. I read this for the first time in 7th grade after a couple of years of telling my brother that no, I would not be interested in reading that series. No, get that away from me. Why would I ever want to read that series? I was very into American childhood, historical fiction type books in elementary school, and I did not want to branch out. I had one kind of book that I read, and I didn't want to read other books. And I think reading Percy Jackson made me realize that, hey, maybe when someone else recommends a book to me, I should read it. Maybe I should try out these other genres, these other ways of reading. That's really what I count my spark of love for reading towards. So, thank you, brother and 7th grade teacher who told me to read Percy Jackson. Question 6. What would you ask your favorite booktuber? Can we be best friends? No, just kidding. Well, I mean, not completely, but I would probably ask my favorite booktuber, what in your life do you have to give up in order to make reading a priority? Because, yeah. Question 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube will be the hardest to overcome? For me personally, this is going to be a lot of Premiere Pro and the technical side of everything. I am struggling with making that a time efficient kind of thing. In addition to that though, I think I'll have the most trouble coming up with creative and original content that's still interesting and that people actually want to watch. Question 8. When did you start reading? Like I said, my siblings and I had basically been brought up reading. My mom would read to us every single night, but I think I probably started reading for myself at around age 4. We did this thing called Hooked on Phonics, which helps kids learn how to read, and I basically just accelerated through that entire program. I was very dead set on getting to the end where I could read actual chapter books and do this for myself without having my mom read for me. So I'd probably say around 4, 5-ish area. Question 9. Where do you read? Ideally, I would read in a love seat or a large armchair in front of a window with the rain pouring down and hidden in glass. That just sounds really nice. In reality, I really read wherever I can. Wherever I am when I get the chance to read is where I will read. Here at school, a lot of times that's in my bed here or at Starbucks. Question 10. What type of books do you like to read? I really love reading almost any kind of book. That just depends on my mood, honestly. I think one of my favorite genres is fantasy, but that can take a lot to get into, and the books are usually longer, so sometimes I'll read contemporary romance, sometimes I'm not in the mood for that, so I'll read some sci-fi. That's probably the one I read the least. Lately, I've been really into contemporary realistic fiction. More new adult, more real-life circumstances. This is also the genre that I've been tending toward when I'm writing, which is interesting. So, I don't know, maybe my tastes are changing, maybe I'm finding my own place when I'm writing. We'll see. I'm not sure. So that was the Booktube Newbie tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm not going to tag anyone because I don't know any other new booktubers. I'm sorry. If I find one, I will tag them and I will let them know. But for now, I hope you all have a fantastic day and I will see you next week. Bye!